there's a surge of inspiration, and that inspiration carries you as far as it does. And when it starts to fade, you will be tested. And that's when all your weaknesses and flaws will come out and have an opportunity to seduce you, just like, a nice juicy trade was going to seduce you to try to move that target. And that's why I say it's so vital for traders to be well prepared with their mental game strategy before they get into the market, right? With positions or in the market that day. But the mental game strategy is really, really critical to being able to execute that. And when those moments come, if you are not ready and you make the same mistake, you have just become better at making that mistake, right? There's no neutrality in learning. You're either getting better at the things you want to get better at, or you're getting better at the things that you don't. So people with, risk aversion, procrastination, FOMO, right? Every time you succumb to that problem, it is becoming stronger. Now we hope, right, that by experiencing it more, you can learn more about it. Your knowledge about the problem, the situations where it's occurring, the thoughts that come to your mind, the emotions that you experience, becomes richer so that you can then create a better game plan. But most traders are kind of waking up like, today is a new day. I'm not going to do what I did yesterday. I know better than that. But you become like the doctor who smokes cigarettes. Well, knowledge is not your problem. Now you actually have to create a game plan and really do the work to put it in and do it for a sustained period of time.
What would you say in terms of traders who, let's say, are alone, they don't have a psychology coach or anything like that? What sort of steps could they take by themselves, or what sort of quality questions can they ask themselves to be able to make some progress and try and undo some of this work or this negative work that they've been doing?
Easiest thing to do is what I've created as a worksheet called a data collection worksheet. It's freely available on my website, but it's not a very complicated thing, right? But the idea is that every single time during the live market, or even at times where you may be doing research and back testing or working on your strategy and having some emotional reactions, you can start writing down the situation, the thoughts that come to mind, the emotions that you experience. Are there certain actions that you take, whether they be avoidant or maybe a little kind of hand tapping? If it's anger, maybe you're pounding the desk, or are there physical signs like kind of heat in your head or tension in your hand, or breathe? Maybe your breathing gets constricted. And then we also want to look at some of the changes in your decision-making process, changes in your perception of the market. And this, of course, obviously the specific mistakes that you might make at that time, right? We want to really capture the data that comes before the mistakes